let's just try this watercolor with our paper. What do you think?
Yeah, so we're gonna do our own artworks using the Magnani mixed media paper. So first, I'm just gonna say hi to Janine. She already has this 58 colors Marie's watercolor. So she's really excited to watch our live today. Hi, Janine. So thanks for purchasing from Pulp and Pigment ahead of us. And also, hi to Pulp and Pigment who's already here. And yeah, you have a friend from Malabon. Shout out from Malabon.
Oo. Ayan. Pasensya na kayo, hindi ako magaling magtingin ng mga comments.
I'll do it for you.
Siya. Ini-scroll pala siya. Hello to everyone. Oo.
Sheila Gigi is asking where can we buy it. Sheila, you can actually check out Pulp and Pigment's Shopee, Lazada, and also their website. So you can actually purchase this Marie's 58. There's also 25 and 42 sets, right?
Yes. So if they want to try the smaller version, they can do it. But if they want to splurge into the world of colors, they can get this exact palette. That would probably be a fun set when you show it to your pamangkin, anak, and smaller kids. Even I am playing with it since yesterday. So just the main idea of the set, you'll probably enjoy it. Okay, so both of us will be using the same paper and watercolor for today. And let's do it. So, ayan. Ang gagawin natin ay we'll be doing two different things. And then we'll be passing through here and there kung anong gagawin. So, on my end, I'll be doing a pen and wash. I'll be using Winsor & Newton fine liners on my Magnani mixed media paper. And Thea, on your end, what will you be doing for this afternoon?
Of course, I'll be doing my usual florals, my loose florals. So I think that's the only thing that I can do while talking. Well, not really. I can do, but I'm gonna go with my comfort zone florals. So hi to Kani, who is also tuning in. Hello, and so thanks for joining us today. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask away in the comment section.
Ayan. Hi, Kaloy. Kaloy is actually a very good painter from Malabon. He's one of my idols. He paints expressively and stunningly. His works are out of this world.
Wow.
I'm so glad I've seen his works in person. Beautiful figures. Yun. Shout out doon sa iba. Hi, Diane. Hi, SM Brodit. Ayun. Hello to everyone. Calligraphy Love Manila. Nicknack, hello. So, just in case you have any questions. So, ayun. Pag output ko, di kasing ganda ng kay Ian and Thea. Isipin ko, hindi ko ginamit same paper. Yeah, you buy the same paper. Hindi tayo sure. Hindi kami sure kung ano yung kakalabasan nito. This is one of the few times na gagawa kami ng on the spot.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm still unwrapping my pad. So yeah.
So Thea is still really doing excited. An unboxing at the moment.
There.
So, I'll just do a quick sketch for today. Probably.
Yeah, go ahead, Ian. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so pag may tanong kayo dyan, kung maka-fan si Kaloy, ayan, o diba? Ang galing-galing yan. Super idol ko yan. Hi din kay Sir Gary. Very good in pastels. Super daming celebrity na mga clients. Yan. Shout out daw.
Wow, so I'll just be doing... Is this the first time I'm touching the paper? So it's kind of
makinis siya. It's actually very smooth for mixed media paper.
Yeah.
What's your preferred paper for watercolor?
I go with cold press. Actually, I have the Magnani cold press with me here right now. So this is a block, right? So it's really, really nice that it's actually a circular block.
Oo,
And
you don't need to cut, 'di ba?
yeah, and there. So
Okay.
there. So today, hi Irish, hi Silver. So hi Haylene.
Ang ganda daw. Oo, super happy. It's opening a new art material, especially watercolors, anything really
Yeah.
brightens up a day. Yesterday was very hot, humid day. Tapos these came. Tapos you feel happy. I feel happy, especially when I get new art materials. Oo,
Yeah.
especially
Me
the first time you're trying everything. It's actually one of the nicest thing that you can feel in a very hot day. So parang tas using it
so
for the first time.
I'm gonna be so impromptu work. So I'm gonna try to do something for Mother's Day so I can reuse this, reuse the artwork and give it out for
And
mothers.
so I'm just on my end, I'm just trying to play with the paper. So this is the first time I'm using the paper. I usually use a different medium, especially for this multimedia paper. So we'll see. Thea is actually we met for the first time I think sa on a workshop. We're conducting two different workshops before. That's the first time I met her, and then the rest is history. Ayun, we see each other once in a while. Ngayon
I
hindi
think
na kasi it's pandemic.
yeah, yeah. I think that was in Greenbelt.
Greenbelt. Yeah,
Yeah,
Greenbelt. That's the first time we saw each other in person in Greenbelt.
yeah.
Long time. Long time. Baka 2 years, no? 2 years ago. Probably
Yeah.
3 years ago. More or less. So, I still don't know exactly what I'll be doing, but the paper is actually very,
I
parang
like the
forgiving
paper.
yung paper.
Yeah, yeah.
Oo.
The most important thing for me is that I can easily blend and do the wet on wet, and it's actually really good. It's actually responding really good on for wet on wet, and I can easily do the blending and uh, making it lighter. So I'm just gonna do some variegated wash.
So, today I'll just be doing, since I don't have a pencil all of my pencils are far, I'll just be sketching, directly here. So, this is something that I do pag, when I start, wala lang. Just do yung, ano, oo. So, I just sketch ng mabilis and ganyan. So my what made you interested in arts nga pala since you were a kid? Ako kasi it was cartoons and comics, Filipino comics. I like reading comics. It actually taught me how to uh draw and try different kinds of art style. How about you? What are your inspiration for your art?
Me, maybe actually everything started 2017 for me. Pero in terms of parang mga design, web design, web design is usually client preference, right? So
Oh,
really everything started actually I would if I'm gonna look back everything started with my daughter when she has a talent for arts, right? So when she started getting invited for school competition, that's the time that parang I started giving her advice. So siguro that's also the time that I started calligraphy, and also yun, my daughter is getting into arts. Pero for me, when I was a kid, I would just usually draw normally, and I have nice penmanship when I was young, so I would do Chinese calligraphy competition. So uh,
oh.
That's
Chinese calligraphy ka.
when it's a prerequisite in our school, but yeah, I get invited for those kind of competition before. So meron Liberty Hall, if I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a place in the Chinese community na all the competitions happen are being held there. So yeah.
Ano ka ba? St. Jude ka ba?
No, I'm from Chiang Kai-shek.
Chiang Kai. Oh, my friend is from Chiang Kai din. Baka you know her. Oh, you have a beautiful library with manga. Oo, kasi our high school library doesn't have that. Yun, hindi ko makalimutan, sabi niya, our library has a manga station. What? Yung tapos parang kung may manga yung library nila. Diba? Parang nakaka-happy yung idea. Anyway, so the GSM that we're working with is a 300 GSM. Lay trans. 300 GSM. Ayun, may tanong siya sa'yo. Ayun, ako na magtatanong. So, sabi ni Jeannie, Thea, when you do the flowers, you shade ba lighter as you go out or random lang siya?
Actually do a dry on wet. For some reason, I started with dry on wet. Pero a lot of artists, they do wet on wet first. But I do dry on wet, and then eventually I keep on adding water. Tapos, the thing about my style is I use 2 brushes. So, actually, I have the Escoda right here, pero parang super precious siya sa akin. Hindi ko masyadong ginagamit. So, parang in terms of parang go-to brushes, di ba? I use parang medyo dun ako sa hindi let's face it, I go with the less expensive ones that I feel more comfortable using medyo less expensive ones. Kasi parang pag expensive, parang saka ako nagagamitin.
Escoda brushes kasi.
Oh.
Escoda brushes are a little bit pricey depending on the hair of the brush that you'll be choosing. Pero they have naman yung medyo, what do you call that? Medyo inexpensive ng konti, especially if it's synthetic. Pero if you like yung for watercolor kasi what's good would be yung mga natural hair. Medyo pricey talaga pag ganun yung brush. Yeah. Pero kung kayo, if you like everything vegan, you can go with the synthetic ones.
That's right. So I'll try to use yung mga pastel. I'll be trying to use that so I can point it out later. But yeah, go ahead.
Yung tanong sa'yo, ano ba yun? Wait lang. Ayan, umusod eh. Ayan, hindi ko na nakita kasi umusod. Anyway, so again, all of the items that we're using here are from Pulp Pigment PH. You can search Pulp Pigment in Google. All of their website, their Facebook page, their Shopee, Lazada, all of the ways you can check out their store would be there. You can also check the physical store. They have a physical store. Make sure to go there pag okay na yung restrictions sa ating pandemic, okay? So, it's a must-see store. Iba yung feeling pag nandun ka sa mismong store talaga. It would look different in pictures. It's just so different when you're surrounded by all of the colors of the paints, everything.
Yes.
So, iba.
Yeah, and the staff are very friendly. I just have to point everything out to them, and then they practically carried everything to my car, straight to my car. So, parang when you're there, it's very convenient. The store is very clean. They practice the right protocol. So, do check it out if you have time, and also make use of the website just to be safe, so you can actually order everything online as well.
Oh, and you can have them delivered to you the same day.
Yeah.
May option sila. They have this option that you can have everything delivered on the same day. Just coordinate with them on the way of the courier if you can pick it up on the same day. If kailangan nyo, if you need white paint, naubusan kayo ng certain ganyan, you can just use it. Ayun, yun siya. You can use yung
Wow.
platform nila, tapos, ayan. So,
Ganda ng line ink and
yeah.
line drawing.
Si Thea kasi ay Thea is one of my favorite na nagka-calligraphy because that's something that I still have a hard time doing. I don't know why. Kasi sabi ko nga, I use the brush, and yes, I also use the pen. I use the brush marker. I use most of the things that they also use. Pero, iba talaga pag nagpa-practice ka. Thea is an advocate of practicing.
Yeah.
So whenever you attend any of our sessions, remember, nothing happens magically overnight.
That's true.
Walang ganun. So you still need to practice. If not, walang mangyayari. Hindi mangyayari lahat nung na-imagine nyo lang.
Yeah,
Mahalaga mag-practice.
That's what I usually tell my students. Parang when you parang unlike sa exams, diba? When you try to study for an exam, you can study overnight, you can cram, and then the following day you can ace it, diba? That's not the case for calligraphy, also for painting. Some talents really comes naturally, so maybe they are really, really good at it. But everything started as a beginner. So, so really it's a practice. You have to check your style. And also, one thing that was mentioned to me recently is you have to be humble. Parang you have to have a humble eye na sometimes kasi maybe I'm guilty with this. Parang feeling ko, wow, ganda ng gawa ko. Okay na ako. Parang ganun. Parang no, it should not be like that. Na parang you have to keep on learning, and my best critic, my worst critic will be my dad. Every time I feel that my work is good, my dad has something to say about it. He would say it doesn't look finished or something. So it's very it's very humbling, but at the same time you have to enjoy what you're doing, right? So I enjoy what I'm doing, but I still feel that I'm still a work in progress, right? So
always be ayan, tama yun. Always be a work in progress. Never think that what you have is already the best. You can always improve. There's always room for improvement in anything that we do. Ang critic ko naman, my critic especially dito sa bahay naman would be my sisters and my mom. Before I post anything in social media, I'll show it to them first and then I'll wait kung ano yung feedback nila. Tapos pag okay na sa kanila, saka ko lang siya pinapost. Pag hindi nyo na yung nakikita. So, always remember that all of the things that are posted in social media, hindi siya 100% na picture perfect na yun. It's not like that. So, even taking the shot would require probably 10, 20, 30 times before you get that angle na nakikita nyo sa social media. And this is actually something that you don't really expect. It takes a lot of time and effort to get that light, to get those props, to make those pens, to make those paints and brushes not roll around the table while you're taking pictures. Yun yung mga hindi nakasali dun sa... Yun kasi, those are some things that are not seen dun sa post.
Yeah.
Pero it equates to the work. So it is part of the work. Sometimes we just think na, I hope I can do this. I hope the things are like that. When I was posting before, kasi I was using an old phone, my the thing that were commented to me when they see the work in person, parang sabi nila, it looks better pala, ganyan. Tapos I really realized na I really should have yung effort into doing yung taking the picture, taking it in the right angle. To be honest, one of the reason why I put yung materials beside my work is because I want people not to ask those too many questions. Kasi ano yung ginamit kong ganito, what did you use for this? What did you use for that? what did you use for ganyan? Even though it's written, sometimes I'm also a visual person. So in short, I enjoy viewing things na visually na parang pag nakita ko, I've seen that that brush, I've seen that watercolor before, parang ganun.
Yeah.
It's a different thing when you see everything. All of these takes practice always. Taking the pictures, posting it at the right time, and don't be another thing pala, don't be too particular, especially with in the time of social media ngayon. Yung pag konti lang yung likes ng post mo, hindi ka happy, or pag sinabi mo, ba't ganun? Etong gawa kong isa, pinaghirapan ko ng 3 days. It only took or got yung 3 likes, kahit 3 days mo sa ginawa. Tapos you posted yung isang scratch mo na ginawa from the back of something, then it garnered like 100 mahigit na likes na hindi mo maintindihan. It's not anyone's fault. Sometimes it's the fault of the algorithm of the program. Yeah, that's one thing that they don't realize. Tapos kasi some people, they feel na malungkot sila kasi walang nag-like, or they feel sad because konti lang yung likes, bakit ito madaming like, ba't ganyan. Isipin nyo, ano lang yun, those are things that we cannot really control. Tapos always remember, there are those people na kahit sa social media, they're shy. They watch over you, their day becomes better just because they see your works, pero they are too shy even to like or put a comment in your work.
That's true. Yeah. So may mga lurkers.
Oo. Minsan madami yung ganun. Sometimes I see even friends, you went to do a workshop here and here and there. Pero I never even really realized that cousin of mine like any of my posts, pero they are actually viewing it and are proud of your what you did, especially your family members. Some family members do that, and some family members would probably like and post so many things on you. Ganun talaga siya. Meron talagang iba-ibang some family members, you tell to them, you only comment once or twice, not 7 or 8 times on my post. Kasi baka sabihin nila it's a paid comment. Diba?
Right. So, Ian, do you have any upcoming workshops that you want to promote?
I have a drawing workshop very soon in May. Actually, both me and Thea would be having a workshop for unknown SM Stationery. And we'll be, if you want to check all of the details, especially for my workshop, you can go to my Facebook page. It's in the pinned post and also in my feed. You can check it later after nung live namin, syempre. Wag ngayon kasi mawawala kayo sa live. Later. You go to it later. So I'm just playing with the colors here. Si Thea, na siya. Mabilis si Thea kasi talaga mag-paint. Mabilis. There are people who paint that way. Mabilis na maganda. Especially pag ganyan yung napapanood niya, may isip mo, ba't ganun? Parang ini-swatch na lang yung mga colors. Tapos ang ganda na kagad ng kanilabasan. Always, coming from Thea, doesn't happen overnight. Matagal na practice yan.
Actually,
practice siya almost every day.
It's
something na
3 years in the making, diba? It's like
3 years.
3 years. So,
watercolor.
Yeah.
Ayan, yung watercolor. So I'm just using a few colors lang. So I chose yung I chose yung cocktail pink. The cocktail pink actually looks good, para na siyang skin tone-ish yung color. And then I also use yung rich lilac and then yung pink. Kasi yun yung favorite ko talaga ng colors.
I use the cocktail pink too. So, super...
diba? Kasi ang ganda ng kulay. Ang ganda kasi ng kulay.
Yeah, I know. My wedding motif is pink and yellow. So, it's like...
Wow.
It reminds me of that.
Sometimes siya talaga preference siya ng color. So ayun, again, that's another thing. You'll probably have a different preference ng colors. So you probably like a certain artwork, not just because of the way it is made, but because of the colors used dun sa object. Pwedeng ganun siya. Iba-iba yung preference natin. Pwedeng sa subject, pwedeng sa color. Ito kasing palette na to, surprisingly, it will actually draw your eyes dun sa mga pastel niya nandun sa far end. Kasi it doesn't come in a regular watercolor set na usual. The usual colors are on this side. Yung usual na red, yellow, orange, green. Pero yung nandito sa kabilang side, it feels mas special yung kabilang side. Nagbigay ng nagbigay ng bias dun sa baka magalit yung ibang part dun sa kabila. Anyway. Magtampo yung ibang kulay. Oo. So we're talking of kasi parang nagchichikahan lang naman kami. And all. So
yeah, go ahead.
Ayun, I just shoot and post. Ayun, may nag-comment siya. It's okay, Ma'am Thea, to create, to express, not to impress. Ayun, sabi niya.
That's true.
Thea. Ayan daw. So, especially if you're a beginner, the one thing yung I would tell you na kung beginner ka lang, feeling mo, beginner lang ako, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Sometimes, I find this out the hard way. When I was in college, syempre, I was never the best in class sa painting. Okay? So I was just a regular, probably average dun sa kakaroon tuloy ng yung aking. I was never the best one in class. What separates me from the other people in that class is I really love reading books na totoong books, hindi yung e-book kasi wala pa dating ganun. So I really love alam mo yun, I compensate for reading. So I like reading. I like reading a lot. Today it's easier kasi you can watch things. Before, ang pwede mo lang panoorin yung short video sa Encarta. Encyclopedia na luma dati ng CD form sa PC. Kasi hindi naman lahat dati may internet and computer. Today,
yung Britannica.
Oo, yung mga ganyan. Kasi doon lang, tapos short videos lang yan. Tapos wala ka na makukuha ang iba.
Yeah.
You can buy mga VHS, di ba VHS VHS na mga how to paint ganyan. And of course, I'd like to give a shout out to Bob Ross, the only painting idol that I had from RPN 9 back then. I used to watch that when I was a kid. That's the first time I heard of the word burnt sienna. Yung narinig ko yung una, burnt sienna. Oh, those are different colors, parang ultramarine blue. So doon ko siya unang narinig lahat. He was that guy that creates this beautiful paintings in less than an hour. Tapos parang wow. Tapos ka naman at soothing voice. Napaka-random nung mga ko. Ganito ko ka-random makipagkwentuhan pag sa totoong buhay. Kasi hindi siya class. If it's a class, it would be basta sabihin nila, ganun pala mangyayari pag nag-class kami. Kung ano naman ko kwento nila. This is the reason why we're telling this is because these are some of the things that we don't usually share sa class.
That's true.
Kasi this is mas siya.
And also, when I start talking to Ian, we ended up at 2 a.m. ba yun?
Yeah. Sobrang late. So, di ba schedule pa tayo ganun? Sobrang late.
We were super haba na, dami na napagkwentuhan. We were talking about one topic, a different topic, but we ended up telling stories until 2 a.m.
Oo. So, ayan yung mga ganap. Ayan na siya. Ayun pa, yung isa. One thing, if you have a certain journey, don't feel, huwag kayo mahihiya. Kunyari, you have an artist sa Instagram na like nyo yung gawa niya or gusto nyo talaga and you really, really wanted to ask that question. Just go for it. Some artists would probably answer.
That's true.
Most of them, akala nyo lang hindi kayo papansinin pero, mabait naman pala sila. Or yung iba naman akala mo hindi ka pinansin. Yung pala kasi it's the setting minsan ng social media. Hindi ka kasi makakakuha ng alert for people na hindi kasali dun sa mo. So, always give the benefit of the doubt to anyone. That's one thing. Na kala mo masungit yung pala hindi pag nakita mo. Yung pala sobrang dami niya palang spam na mga messages and all.
That's true. So I didn't end up using my Escoda, but watch out for Pulp and Pigment. Follow their social media pages. You will be able to see Escoda Reserva, Escoda brushes, the different lines of Escoda soon. So that's something that we are all looking forward to. And also they carry the things that I also like from Pulp and Pigment. I also like the Canson, this one. So I hoarded this during the sale. And also, yeah, also I really like using, as mentioned, parang I don't really like using my expensive things. So I also like to use their student grade the 200 GSM watercolor paper. So
Ayan, yan yung ating staple watercolor.
that's right.
Watercolor paper. You'll never go wrong with practicing creating works with Canson watercolor paper. Kahit 200 GSM yan. Super affordable, super exciting gamitin.
It's true. Also, you can check out their websites. You can see some starter packs like this one. Let me zoom out my camera. So I'm actually excited to use this one, the Magnani starter pack. So yeah, this one. And they have different starter packs that you can try it out first before buying the whole set or the whole thing, the whole pack. So there. Also the Magnani, this round one, it's very interesting kasi it's not a regular square or rectangular shape paper. So it's round and it's actually a block. So you have to use yung to lift it out. You have this too, right, Ian?
Yes, I have. I just can't find where I put that. I've been using that for for years na hindi ko pa siya matapos. I did several watercolor works with that. It also works beautifully with with markers and pens.
Yeah. So there. So any last words for first impressions on the materials that we use today?
Okay, so to wrap this thing up, to thank you so much
work.
to thank you sa lahat nung for those who tuned in and stayed within this short period of time. So it's like peeking into chikahan moment with two individuals. Sorry if we get carried away sometimes and we forget we're on live. Anyway, so thank you so much for staying with us. So I have noticed that ayan, we check yung likod, we will check yung back. Ayan. So hindi naman siya nag-bleed through.
Yeah.
Ayan. So the paper held very well for this line and wash sketch. So I just tried to play with the pigment. So you have there, okay naman siya, hindi nag-bleed dun sa ink nung Winsor & Newton. This is waterproof. And then you'll have smooth na transitions, and then you also have hard transitions. This is how I usually sketch pag wala akong plan. Pag wala akong plan, I just sketch this way. So when you see me doing when you see me doing flowers, because I'm only doing one eye, I'm actually lazy that day. I don't want to do the other one. I don't want to do the other one and then counter check things. Okay, that's the reason why. I think I like most of the colors that I use. I use for this these are mostly cocktail pink, and then I also use a little bit of cinnamon, and then wisteria, rich lilac, and pink. For the greens, I was using sap green and turquoise green. The turquoise green feels a little bit yellowish na sap green. I like that kind of green. So this is basically lang siya, direct complementary color. Ay. Tapos yung paper, hindi naman siya nag-warp masyado. 300 GSM yung paper. On your end, how is your experience firsthand? Imagine we're sharing this firsthand.
Yeah,
hindi pa natin siya ginamit.
So really really fresh. It was really still packed on my end. And my go-to color is usually permanent rose. So even with it's usually my go-to color. So I really like the color here. I also like the cocktail pink and the yeah. So for the greens, I like the permanent green, and I'm an olive green type of person, dark green. So I think that's what I would like to do. I think I'll be mixing some colors for the greens, but I really, really love all the pinks, the purples, and also the blues here. So the red, pinks, and blues, those are my go-to colors. So I think I'm all set with that. And also the paper, I can really blend the colors. And yeah, it's 300 GSM. So the Magnani mixed media, it's good for calligraphy because it's smooth. It will not damage your calligraphy pens, your brush pens, and also it's good for doing the watercolors. So you can see, you can decorate if you're gonna do calligraphy, you can actually paint with it, decorate it. So really, really thank you to Pulp and Pigment for sponsoring this our live today. And also, I believe we will be having a surprise post after.
Yes. So just after this, a few minutes or up to an hour, we'll probably be posting the giveaway. So to everyone who joined us, thank you so much for joining. And then we'll be having a giveaway. So we'll give you a chance to try these art materials for yourself. So the art giveaway, we will be giving away a 25 color set of the Marie's Watercolor. So it's another kind of set. It's a fan set. The fan set of 25 colors. So you'll get to experience yung 25 colors muna. Tapos pag naging happy kayo, you get the 58 naman.
Accordion. Yeah. But if you're interested with accordion, go check it out. I think I saw it in IFEX Shopee page. I already saw it posted there. So do check it out. Thank you so much, Ian. Thank you, Pulp and Pigment.
Thank you so much, Pulp and Pigment, and Thea for spending this beautiful afternoon sketching different things, talking about colors, talking about experiences. And I hope everyone who's watching had a fun time, kahit it's a short time. Please check our social media post within the day. We'll be posting about all of the mechanics and specifics of the giveaway. We hope you get to bring it home with you. And if hindi na kayo makapaghintay, you can order it right now, probably delivered it early tomorrow or next week, diba?
That's right. So, Ian, wrap it up. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone. Please feel free to like and follow and subscribe to the Facebook page, sa Instagram, and then I think Thea, you also have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not that active like you. But yeah, please do follow me as well.
Please follow our things online. Just in case you can't be online for the lives and all. Ayun, follow yung aming mga social media, everything. You can find all of the links in our pages. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Bye.
And yes, thank you. Bye-bye. See you again soon. Bye. Ciao. Thank you so much, everyone.